Where do I begin? Global warming, the Middle East, nuclear warfare, disappearing bees, genetics, big box stores, democracy, soil erosion, fracking, internet privacy, GMOs, gun control, drones, animal extinction, immigration, and the list of challenges and things that are broken goes on and on. My generation will be responsible for the fixing, cleanup, and policy that these and so many other complicated problems present. What I want to know is, are we being prepared? Is our educational system equipping us with the necessary tools to address these worldwide messes? What do you think? I don't feel they are. Our school systems are in need of some serious repair. The current school standards are a factory-like way of teaching, which does not honor the individual's personal learning styles or pursuits. What we need to be learning are lessons that will prepare us to be critical thinkers, world historians, scientists, journalists, in short, the people who will be the problem solvers of the future. I don't propose to have the answer to fixing our educational system, but I know I have been fortunate to have a situation that has allowed me to explore what I care about, to find out what matters to me so that I can live my life and contribute to society based on my gifts and pleasure, instead of having to constantly fit into a one-size-fits-some system. What I'm about to introduce is my school year of passion, my antidote for our bleeding educational system, and how you, regardless of your situation or time constraints, can carve out a routine that feeds your passion, genius, and joys. A passion year is a year to explore, experiment, and grow. Historically, this gap year occurs between high school and college, when young adults travel to France, stay in hostels, eat baguettes, start smoking, and find themselves. However, this creative choice doesn't have to wait until after high school graduation. I'm ready to explore what I love now, while possibilities still feel limitless and anything can happen. A passion year gives me the opportunity to explore what I care about and what I do well, thus allowing me to look at what I might want to pursue in life, what my future might shape into. In each public school, a student follows the same module as everyone else, often without exploring creative subjects. A passion year is a good enrichment for the public school system that, with skeletal budgets, has been reduced to a shadow of its former self. It opens the students' eyes to the multitude of inventive outlets, which ultimately could pave the way for their future. My unusual year began when I didn't get into my high school of choice. In the principal's office, my mom and I sat, feeling nervous about where I was going to go to school. This was the first time the words passion year were thrown into the air. It felt like a scene in a Disney movie where the clouds part and a ray of sunshine illuminates the room. As soon as the words were said, our minds started constructing what my theoretical passion year would look like. Why couldn't we do this? Would truant officers come knocking on our door? We left the principal's office, agreeing that I would reapply the following year. I was bouncing on the balls of my feet, a ridiculous grin decorating my face. This was really going to happen. I had been homeschooled since 4th grade and been offered amazing opportunities, yet the idea of a passion year was something new and very different. I didn't sleep that night, thinking of all the possibilities that were now open to me. My passion year is an untidy jumble of the things I love. So what does my week look like? I have a job at a local ice cream store. I help teach 3 different children's classes in music, cooking, and nature. I take creative writing, photography, and Spanish. I volunteer at the library, and lastly, and definitely least, take an online math class, though let's be clear, math is not a passion. Aside from having a blast and loving what I do, what are the benefits found in these rather unusual pursuits? How is this a thoughtful part of my education? And how will this prepare me to be part of our future's solution? Actually, Here's a question for all of you to answer. When are you doing your best? When you're being told what you do, or when you're choosing what you do? Just think about it. Anyway, the rewards reaped from my passion year include basic life lessons, and I am convinced these schoolings have started to mold a path toward my future. Having a job and volunteering has taught me responsibility, customer service, how it feels to earn the minimum wage, and the pride that comes from earning money. Teaching has made me realize that I love working with children, and maybe this will inspire me to become an educator, or who knows, maybe I'll develop a new U.S. educational system, but I'll probably leave that to Ken Robinson. From creative writing, photography, and Spanish, maybe I'll become a photojournalist, bringing you the latest news from around the globe. Now that I've explained my profit from a passion year, let me describe how this is beneficial to society. The world is becoming more and more complicated, and we need my generation to step up to the plate and become superheroes. It's time for Clark Kent and Diana Prince to get rid of their aliases, grab their capes, or in our case, shed our uncreative educational system and find a more creative style of learning. A passion year is advantageous to students as it allows them to study their strengths and figure out what they enjoy. A little boy or girl who adores building Legos may become an architect who will build things that we can't yet imagine, or a child who loves science beyond what the school system can provide. What if he or she had the opportunity to concentrate her education on that love? Maybe that child will find the cure for cancer or the common cold. These kids could be doing what they love and moving toward a better future, instead of doing standardized tests that for them have no meaning and are only one way to measure intelligence. What if sixth period became passion period? A student could introduce what he or she proposes to pursue, the benefits, and how it will further their education. If you feed that love in a child, you never know where it may lead. We desperately need heroes, problem solvers, the people who are going to save our challenged society. And to make those people, we need an educational system that prepares them to be powerful individuals. What's at risk for you if you follow your dream? What are you going to miss by taking time to do what you love? Facebook? Video games? Watching a couple hours of TV? By taking this huge leap into a creative education, you gain so much more than you ever could from watching your favorite shows and blowing up imaginary characters. Maybe you're worried that you can't take a whole year away from school. Maybe both your parents work and you have 3 hours of homework every night. You can still take time off to do what you love. All you have to do is start small. Take an hour, half an hour, 15 minutes, even 5 minutes of each day and find the time to follow your dreams. You can fit following your passions into the craziest of schedules. All you have to do is take down the mental walls that are telling you it's impossible. You or your child spends up to 6 hours in classrooms each day. Then there's homework. Can you name one thing, just one, in that homework packet that feeds your child's creative needs? Maybe there is one, and there isn't enough of it, or it's a bad program. More than likely, there isn't anything in the standard curriculum that your child craves. Is this way of teaching, which ignores the fact that children are different, the way my generation is being prepared to change and fix the world? We need superheroes, not robots. With all the problems that we are going to face, we need to be fully prepared to communicate with different countries, understand global politics, know what's going on in the world, and be able to report on what's happening. Will our factory schools teach us these things? Will we fend off Voldemort and Darth Vader? The way our educational system is operating, it's looking doubtful. It's time to retreat to the Batcave and rewrite our school programs. As I mentioned before, I don't propose to have the solution to all our educational woes, but what I do have is a beautiful opportunity to inspire you to explore the fantasies you dream of and learn about yourself along the way. Do you think Superman and Wonder Woman were embarrassed to be watched by millions wearing bright capes? No, and neither am I. I'm ready to be a superhero, create my own curriculum, and follow my passions. Are you? When you dream,